Hi, Lori Hollander here,
And I'm Bob Hollander.
and we are from Relationships Work. We are going to be talking with you today and asking the question, is your partner paying for the hurts of your past? So, Bob, we
Yeah,
all come to our relationships with a past, and that could be from our family of origin, or it also could be from our past
that's right.
relationships.
The way I like to look at it as a past present continuum. You don't have the present and then something another place called the past. It's a continuum. And sometimes
Mhm.
in the present moment, we slip down to
Right.
an earlier time without knowing it, bringing that stuff back up into the present seamlessly.
Right,
Yeah,
absolutely. And that is because our past hurts and all the experiences that we've had in our world from birth up until the time you meet somebody, um, it creates filters. And we see our present relationship through the filters of our past. So, Bob, let's use our examples. In my past, my father cheated. I had a boyfriend who cheated, and so then I meet you, the nicest guy in the world, most trustworthy.
yes.
And what happens when I thought one day you were looking at somebody else?
Well, I mean, all that stuff comes up, and I feel feel the ire and the fear, and it all comes onto me, and I have to
Yes,
remember that because
right.
it's not so much about me. I mean, I was the trigger, and maybe I was
Hmm.
looking at someone, but
Hmm.
all that stuff comes up, and it seems like over emotional, but I am understanding.
Hmm.
You're not over emotional. I'm understanding what the connection it was the connection that you had with my behavior.
So, Bob,
Yeah,
I know your biggest filter when I met you was that you didn't want to be smothered, right?
right.
Now, where did that come from?
Well, my dear mom would
Sorry,
smother
Mom.
me a lot, and a lot of times, what you do, justifiably so, in the present brings up all that from the past,
Hmm.
and I react to you as I used to react to my mother.
Not to mention your old girlfriend, Melissa.
That's right.
She was rather
And
smothering.
yes, she was, uh, and um, and so and you feel smothering now only because of that past history.
Right.
But I don't know it at the time. I feel it's
Exactly.
you.
So if you feel it's me, I have to be very understanding that that's your history and not take it personally.
Right.
So let's talk about, what people can do. We have three things that you can do to make sure that you are not bringing your past into the present. And the first one is to become aware of your history. We all have to take a look inside and gain some insight into what are our triggers, what are the things that are going to pop up for us
Right.
with any
Yeah.
partner.
And being aware about my past is being able to talk about it and share it with you, which means that you're not going to jump on me for a dysfunctional family.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
that's the second step, Bob,
Mm.
is communicating about it.
Yes.
So, when we met, and even since then, we talk a lot about our history of relationships, about our history with our families, and that really helps each of us not take it personally
Hmm.
when you start telling me I'm smothering you, or I start telling you,
Yeah. Yeah.
are you looking at somebody else?
Right. Right. It helps me drop back to where this is really coming from, and in a sense, instead of being in the present, actually, I'm kind of in the past,
Mhm.
and I don't want to move to the future before I check out the past. So that's why moving on is very dangerous.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you have to be aware of it yourself. You have to communicate it to your partner. And the third part is to think in the moment.
Mhm.
So, in that moment where, let's say, I think, I'm suspicious and thinking Bob might be looking at another woman, I have to ask myself first and
Mhm.
think,
Mhm.
how much of this is coming from my baggage
Mhm.
and how much of this really belongs to Bob in the present situation.
Right.
And if I can sort that out, and sometimes, Bob, you help me sort that out, then we can put our baggage where it belongs.
Right. And you sorted out not for me being defensive or angry that you're saying something about me. I go underneath that and to take a look at the fear and concern and insecurities. And then because I am actually a different person at that point,
That's right.
and I differentiate myself from the person who you think I am
Right.
at the moment.
And so we do that for each other, and in that way, we help each other carry our baggage, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Heavy bags sometimes.
Okay. All right, folks, so we will see you next week, and have a great week.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.